I gave the New York Giants selection of Andrew Thomas a grade of B in real time during the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft. He was my number 2 offensive tackle behind Tristan Wirfs, and I had him graded a little bit outside of the top 10. So number 4 overall was a little rich for my blood, but I understand it from Dave Gettleman's perspective because Thomas is a phenomenal run blocker. He's going to help Saquon Barkley from day one because he spent the last couple seasons at Georgia in a run-heavy system, and he dominated everyone he faced at the point of attack. Quick first step, long arms, explosive, knows where he needs to be and is not uncomfortable out in space at the second level. Some of the weaknesses for Thomas, and they're not a lot. This is really nitpicking with him. He needs to get better balance when dealing with counter moves in pass protection. But I like the fact that from 2018 to 2019, his footwork on passing plays got a lot better. With his length and his explosiveness and just the fact that he faced some high quality edge rushers over the past couple seasons in the SEC makes him a pro-ready player at either the left or the right tackle spot with just a small area of improvement needed before he becomes a really good offensive tackle for the Giants. Safety Xavier McKinney is my selection for non-round 1 pick, who I believe has the best chance to ultimately make a Pro Bowl with the Giants. I had a first round grade on McKinney, and I was surprised that he was available at the start of the second day of the 2020 NFL Draft because of just how productive he was in Nick Saban's very pro-style scheme at Alabama. If you need him to play free safety and range from the deep middle, he can do that. He can also come down and lurk in that robber role and make plays on the football at the intermediate level. We saw him do that a lot over the past 2 seasons. And then in run support, he's really like a linebacker in terms of how quickly he reads his keys, how aggressive and assertive he is bringing down ball carriers, and he's reliable. You're not going to see him miss a lot of tackles in run support, and he has the athleticism and the twitchiness to get toward the sideline on those outside running plays. The Giants defense desperately needed a playmaker on the back end, and they got that with Xavier McKinney. Edge rusher Carter Coughlin was the Giants' best value selection that they made in the 2020 NFL Draft. Before last college football season, Carter Coughlin had first or second round buzz based on what he did in 2018 at Minnesota. He regressed a lot as a pass rusher. His numbers were down, but I like the fact that he's coming into the league very refined as a pass rusher, that he uses his speed rush and then knows how to counter off it with a variety of pass rushing moves. He was under 240 pounds at the combine, so he needs to get stronger, but I think you want someone, especially at 218 overall, that's either super athletic or very polished in terms of using their hands to beat blockers. And Coughlin is certainly the latter. I also like the fact that as a linebacker hybrid at times for the Gophers, he sunk in coverage. He might not be a super playmaker right away for the Giants, but that late in the draft, 218 overall, they get someone that is NFL ready from a technical side. Linebacker Cam Brown was the biggest reach the New York Giants made in the 2020 NFL Draft. At 6'5" and 235 pounds, you like how he looks in terms of how towering he is at that middle or strong side linebacker spot. However, he looks at times pretty fast on film, but he ran 4.72 at the combine. Not the fastest for someone that's going to try to win with his athleticism more than anything else. I didn't see a lot of production in coverage, and at times he looked lost when he had to sink and flip his hips. I think there's enough length for him to make plays close to the line of scrimmage, but I don't know how good of an athlete he is when he does have to change directions, especially in coverage. I would have picked him a round later than where the Giants picked him at 183 overall. I'm giving the New York Giants draft class a grade of B+, mostly because what they did early in the draft outweighed and was better than what they did later. Andrew Thomas at number 4 overall, gave that a B. Love Xavier McKinney and Matt Peart back-to-back picks in round 2 and round 3. I think Matt Peart has a chance to be an excellent, maybe even an all-pro at the right tackle spot. And then to throw in Shane Lemieux later in the draft, a versatile interior blocker, not a great athlete, but he's very reliable at the guard position. Carter Coughlin, who I mentioned earlier, I think can make contributions in a sub-package role right away. There were a few head scratchers. TJ Brunson, I didn't think was draftable, the linebacker out of South Carolina. And watch out for Chris Williamson, one of the Giants' later round picks. Very feisty playmaking cornerback from Minnesota. I think he could sneak onto this team and make some plays during his rookie contract. And another defensive back, Darnay Holmes from UCLA, that the Giants picked at 110 overall. At times, he looks like he should be an undrafted free agent. In other games, he looks like a first-round talent. He has the speed, the twitchiness, the occasional ball skills. He just needs to find the football more consistently at the next level. Can play on the outside like he mostly did in college, but has the twitchiness and the mirroring ability to kick inside to the nickel spot, which is very valuable in today's NFL. All in all, I think Dave Gettleman did a good job tripling up on offensive linemen, getting Xavier McKinney and some playmakers for the defensive side of the ball.